Look around. Everywhere there are cages disguised as freedoms. Systems wrapped in promises that suffocate instead of liberate. Feeling stuck? That tightness in your chest when the world tells you that meritocracy is the answer, but your gut screams something's off? It's not just in your head, it's real, and it's bleeding the very people who built it dry. Founder, investor, leader, this hits you where it hurts because you live the grind every damn day. You bust your ass, you take the hits, and yet the game isn't fair. The ladder you climb shakes beneath you, and sometimes you wonder, is meritocracy the true path to collective freedom, or just another gilded cage wrapped in illusions? You see it everywhere. Talent ignored, voices silenced, raw ability crushed by politics and privilege masquerading as merit. The system preaches that you're in control, that if you're just good enough, you'll rise. But you know that's a lie. The truth? Meritocracy as it stands is fractured. It rewards not pure ability, but conformity to a broken game. It's a battlefield where the rules change mid-fight, a race where the finish line keeps moving, and the winners are often the ones who play the system instead of breaking it. The result? Frustration boiling under the surface of professionals who should be thriving, but instead feel trapped, undervalued, misunderstood. Now wipe away the easy excuses. This isn't about complaining. It's about exploding the walls. You and the few like you are the rare breed who won't settle for lukewarm compromises or hollow promises. You crave something raw, real, and relentless. This is your wake-up call. Collective freedom won't come from waiting for systems to change. It cannot be begged from outdated institutions or votes cast blindly into the void. It has to be seized, built piece by bloody piece, by those courageous enough to reject illusions and build something new out of the ruins. Here's the brutal truth nobody else will feed you. Meritocracy without dynamic renewal is just another tyranny. Power must be earned and re-earned constantly. It cannot rest on yesterday's victories or identities handed down by legacy. Every day, every move, every action counts. The system you need to create isn't static. It's a living network of relentless self-overcoming, where every connection made sharpens the collective edge sharper than before. So stop waiting for recognition. Stop hoping to fit a box that was never meant for you. Take control and forge your own rules. Build your tribe, not the mass, the crowd, or the complacent majority, but the few capable of shaking the foundations of everything they touch. The moment you accept this, everything shifts. You stop being a victim and become the architect. You realize freedom isn't a gift, it's a battle, a constant becoming. You start connecting, not just to people, but to ideas that punch through the noise, that challenge the old world's assumptions. You build networks of ferocious complementarity where individual strengths collide and fuse into unstoppable power. And here's the kicker, it won't be easy. The system will fight back, hard. Comfort zones will scream. The ghosts of safe structures will cling to you. But this anger inside, the burning dissatisfaction, you must use it like a weapon. So here's the command. Dismantle every lie you've been fed about meritocracy and freedom. Stop believing in false equality that rewards mediocrity at the expense of excellence. Stop worshiping status and legacy. Demand a meritocracy that's grinding, ruthless, and fair, where power follows ability, not identity or convenience. Create spaces where ideas are dangerous, where individuality is sacred, and where every step forward is proof of your becoming. Tear down every illusion that keeps you dependent on comfort and approval. Next, master radical connection, but not just shallow networking. Real connection, brutally honest, complementary, and strategic. Seek out those who, like you, refuse to settle. Founders who won't sell out, investors who bet on future creation, builders who dream beyond the obvious. Form an autonomous system where the few break the chains others accept. This network must be your sanctuary and your weapon. Build it fiercely, protect it fiercely. Within this network, freedom doesn't trickle down, it explodes outward, fueled by collective genius and unyielding commitment. And remember this, freedom demands individual responsibility that yields undeniable results. Freedom is a production line where every choice, every idea, every action is called forward for proof. You don't just get to be free because you say so, you have to do the work to earn it every single day. This means pushing past self-doubt, fear, and complacency relentlessly. It means building not for applause, but for impact. It means charging headfirst into mortality's limits and refusing to settle, refusing to stop evolving. At the core of your fight is the brutal rejection of any tribe, flag, or label that tries to claim you. You don't belong to borders, nations, or parties. You belong to a direction chosen by yourself. This is post-tribal cosmopolitanism, claiming the world not by geography, but by vision and action. It's strategic globalization without losing the fierce taste of individuality. And it's capitalism reimagined, not for profit as a sacred end, but for capital as fuel to create the impossible, to destroy the stagnant old and build the new. The old world will scream that you are reckless, that you're chasing illusions, that meritocracy is impossible. But deep down, you know the truth. You were made for more. The unbearable tension inside you, the burning desire to rise above every limitation, this is your signal. It's the fire driving you beyond inherited constraints, beyond the comfortable lies, beyond mediocrity masked as equality. To those willing to hear it, wake up, stop waiting, strip down the illusions, and dive headfirst into becoming. Connect with the rare few who challenge you to be better every day. Demand real meritocracy, not lazy equalization, but ruthless fairness. Build a network so alive, so dynamic, so brutally honest that freedom isn't a dream. It's the air you breathe. This is the path not just to individual freedom, but to collective liberation, because the few, when linked, ignite the many. They don't just break the system, they remade reality itself. So start now, tear down what's fake, build what's real, own your becoming. The world isn't waiting, and neither should you.